Bandcamp, right?
Bandcamp, yep, exactly, and physical CDs.
And physical CDs.
Right. Whoever really rocking with us, we about to really find out through this process.
Fact.
DIY.
Here what you're going to see is an interview with Big Hit and Hit Boy on Power 106, and they're talking about the decision Hit Boy made for Big Hit's new project not to be on streaming. Here's his why into why he chose not to put it there.
Really taking the power into your own hands on this one.
100.
So to release this project, you know, that was one thing that immediately made it special to me, was like, you can't go on Spotify or Apple Music and get it right away. The experience of, it's Bandcamp, right?
Bandcamp, yep, exactly, and physical CDs.
And physical CDs.
Right. We got to definitely highlight this first and foremost. I have had so many offline conversations where I've tried to convince a lot of my peers, get on Bandcamp. I know that it looks a little crazy right now because of the new management and the staff that got let go, but Bandcamp as it is still, to me, one of the best platforms that allows you to sell direct to consumer.
How have y'all felt this process has been? Because you kind of like breaking new ground here from the norm right now.
Yeah.
Big Hit, how do you like this process?
I don't know. I really don't. I'm not hip to the process, this proud or the old proud. No,
Right.
all I know is it's booming.
It's booming.
Yeah.
The reaction's been good
They was pulling up,
at each event.
signing CDs all damn day.
Congrats, man.
As he said, he was signing autographs all day long. I think people have got this conversation about CDs all wrong. I think they think people are taking and buying these CDs with the intent of playing them in the CD player like they used to. No. These are pieces of art that people want to have been a part of. When you make a bold statement like this, you get to say, hey, I was one of the people that bought that. Same thing with the Nipsey project. If you were one of the 1,000 that bought it for 100 or 1,000, you can say that you have and you own a physical copy directly from the artist that you supported.
Yeah, we was throwing events. We threw events all weekend, and everyone was
City popping out.
Success, man, for sure. You know, he came out with a magazine that you can access the album through as well. You can get that on the website, and it's actually a 3-song EP in the mag that's just exclusive to the mag.
Word.
So it's really like, 17 songs on the album, but 3 extra ones through the mag. So 20 big hit joints, man.
20.
Come on now. This is just salesman 101. This is just selling 101. I know that feels like such a dirty word when you talk about creatives and wanting to sell their art, but it's like he's giving the people a reason to care. The fact that he's packaging with a magazine, right, that allows you to get access to 3 more songs, you're buying more than a project. You're buying an experience that, one, you cannot stream. Shout out to Nip, because Nip said that at one point in time as well.
How about for you though, Hit? Like, you've been a part of both rollouts, right?
Right.
How has this experience been from you? Just doing the physicals out the trunk, like straight independent.
Man, for me, bro, it's a great feeling, man. I really feel like, sometimes, man, like if you ain't got that right budget behind you and you just ain't got that certain momentum they expecting you to have to be on the top of, the playlist on whatever,
Right.
platform it may be, you feel kind of powerless, you know what I mean? And
Facts.
it's like, damn, like you might hear a song that you feel like, man, I know my shit harder than this, but they got their shit lined up. So it's like, it is what it is. But with this, it's like, we like shooting and letting them come to us. We letting them find us, man. And it's, obviously we hustling, going out, promoting and doing what we gotta do. But
non-stop.
we like, whoever really rocking with us, we about to really find out through this process.
Fact.
Why do we believe, or some of us believe, that streaming is a one-size-fits-all model? That every single business, even though all of us are selling different types of music products, even though all of us have a different approach, a different amount of team members. Les Brown said this one time, that known hells are preferred by most people than unknown heavens. And I think that's the part that is lost upon people who came up and never experienced the CD age. They never smelled the CD. They never had the book to go through. This sounds like It sounds like you're reading something on the History Channel when we talk about this, but it's just not that. A second story that came up was this clip here from Snoop Dogg on this podcast called Business Untitled. Snoop was talking about why he pivoted his music into the NFT space, Death Row Music into the NFT space, and in the midst of it, he explained a very interesting number when he talked to his publisher about how much money he made off of 1 billion streams.
That's what the music industry and the film industry doesn't have. So this was a way to show transparency. Give me a song, give me a song, give me a song. I'm taking 60% because I'm putting it out for you. You're getting 40%. In the streaming world, I can show you right now. They just sent me some shit from Spotify where I got 1 billion streams, right? My publisher hit me. I said, break that down. How much money is that? That shit wasn't even $45,000.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Well, I'll be damned. I don't know if that's surprising to anyone. Obviously, everyone that is from an independent space up to a signed space up to a partnership space has different splits and have different expectations upon what they can expect from their different streams of revenue. But either way, the model is still ridiculous. I don't care how you slice or dice that. That is ridiculous. Artists specifically are thinking outside the box. Now they're looking at ways and saying, okay, are there other means for me to generate income off of this art that I spend so much time with, that I love so much, and that people love so much they're willing to pay? With that said, let's listen to Brandon Torrey talk about what he did very different with his new project and how he feels like it's revolutionizing the way that we consume and pay for music.
I took my song, Money Can't Buy Love, and I turned it into a smart contract where people could share revenue with me. On the first day, the song made about $160. $160 turns out to be somewhere between $1 to $2 a stream. If you don't know, streams like right now essentially pay artists about $0.003 per stream. But also, people made money with me. So the night before the song dropped, I had a Twitter space, and I invited 100 people to join the splits with me. I used strategy to fill the splits. This gave me even more distribution. That meant that my distribution, my ability to get that song into the hands of more people went up by a factor of 100. Because everybody that was in the split started to retweet the song. They started to talk about the song because we had shared ownership in the song. And they knew they were going to be able to make passive income. Long story short, 9 days from there, the song has generated upwards of $700 in revenue. $700 in revenue for one song. Now, as a result of that, people have started to get paid. Everybody that's in the splits has now gotten paid as passive income to people that are in on the song. So, what does this mean for everybody involved? I got the email addresses of everybody who joined the splits. I got the email addresses of everybody who purchased the song.
Important.
Now I can repeat that cycle, build up more email addresses, build up more of a network for distribution. And this is what we call a multiplayer digital economy. This is the seed of the beginning of the multiplayer internet.
Whenever you hear models like this, I think the internet becomes very skeptical. And the first thing people like to throw around is this term Ponzi scheme. With that said, he responded to somebody that says, sounds like a Ponzi. He says, it's free to join, and therefore, by definition, it cannot be. He says, so where does the revenue come from? Song sales, discussed in video. So I'm not going to dive into too deep. I need to get more information on it, but I think it's very interesting how he's thinking outside the box. Man, being a creative as it is already it's enough work. Man, it's so much that goes into the process. And when you're relying upon engineers, you're relying upon producers, you're negotiating with these different folks, you're trying to get your stuff on platforms, you're trying to get heard by editorial playlists and all these different things. I understand the stress that comes along with it. And I'm about to understand it on a whole nother level because now I have returned as a full-time artist. However, what I'm recognizing about myself and the reason why I don't feel like I'm being overwhelmed by the responsibilities that are getting ready to be ahead of me is the fact that I went to content creator college for the last 9 years. I have my doctorate in content creation. I see things a little bit different than the average artist that never had to go through this content creation college. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like I got my doctorate, and because of that, content creation doesn't feel like an extra step. It feels very ingrained in how I relay a message. You know, I always say it from the book Seducing Strangers by a Great Marketing Mind. He says, replace the word content with message, replace the word brand with reputation. And when you do that, it helps you to inspire new ideas as you're trying to come up with different content ideas. No, you're not trying to come up with new content. You're trying to figure out what's the next message and how do you want to convey that message to the audience that needs to hear it the most. With that said, I'm excited about the direction that things are going. Maybe some of you are a little bit scared and a little bit nervous. That's fine. But what's happening is happening, and I feel like if you sit by, scared as hell, and you're waiting for somebody to make it as simplified for you so you can move on it, you're already too late. But those are my thoughts, DIYers. Let me know your thoughts on this. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.